CFR Network, CFR News. Good day, good night, all. Welcome back. I am across the pond again with some feminine energy. I have the one and only Lyric Sky. Welcome to the broadcast, young lady. How art thou?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome, and thank you for number one, accepting the invitation to come on and carving out some time in your busy schedule, to sit down with little old me, quote unquote, to
Mhm.
trustfully have an edutaining and enlightening conversation, and most importantly, explore your human experience.
Yes. I've looked and did my research, so you work with people that I knew. So why not, dive in and take a chance.
That's it. That sometimes, look, if you ain't in it, you ain't gonna win it. So let's do this. Let us do this. So I did give you a very brief introduction. Please do fill in all of the missing blanks because people are going to be looking and saying, no, but where are we going today with this interview? So please do introduce yourself and fill in any missing blanks.
Okay. Well, like you said, Lyric Sky. I am a Texas adult filmstress, or porn star. People would like to call it that. I worked really hard to say that. And CEO of Erotic Sky Magazine, owner of that. Um, and I enjoy being a sex worker in our industry.
Thank you. Thank you. We will obviously delve in a lot more deeper. So, let's start with the future, actually. Let's start in the present tense of sorts. As we were speaking offline, CEO of a print magazine, which is like almost unheard of these days. Let Please do paint us a vivid picture. Like, how did all that sort of manifest in this physical realm?
Um, just having a production shut down and saying no video. So what are we gonna do? Okay, we can do solo OnlyFans, that's great, but let's print some girls. Let's get that out there and give them a chance that some people have never had. You know, I know that my first magazine, I was like, oh my gosh, I get to be the magazine. And then you want to have a spread, or you want to be a playmate or be Playboy bunny. But then you're like, oh, I have too many tattoos. I don't have, my butt's too big. I look like this. I'm too brown. Who cares? We're going to make sure that we print it all. So we have a mixture of a variety of women in our industry. So that's how that kind of came about. I wanted to bring a variety of women, print something really, really pretty that will last forever, that they can have, that they're proud of, enough to sell to their, people, their customers.
Hmm.
Um, and hopefully make it an internationally known magazine publication that we get women from all around the world that want to shoot and come and be an empress and shoot for Erotic Sky Magazine.
And is it similar, the same kind of vein as like a Playboy, where there's like an editorial element to it, and obviously the professionally shot photographs?
Yes, so you do get some words and you get to read and get questions and answers about the girls that you wouldn't get to know unless you sat down and actually looked in here and read, because the questions change each time and every girl has a different answer when they're sitting, and we're kind of doing that girl to girl chat. That's what we print in here so you can get that raw and like real answer.
Yes, because as I say so many times, people have like an idea or a stereotype of how, especially females are within the adult industry. And
Yeah.
when we have these conversations, people are like, oh, whoa, I that's not what I was expecting. And this is why it's so important
Exactly.
not to necessarily judge a book by its cover, which we're all told not to do. But unfortunately, we do. We do.
Yeah.
Someone who's an adult worker, sex worker. I wonder what they're like. I wonder. I wonder what they've been through for them to go into this line
Yeah.
of work, So it's important. It's really important because I think we can all exist a little easier if people just relaxed a bit and oh, oh, okay, oh, that's what it is. We've all got so many different journeys and destinations and stop off points, but ultimately, we've got a trustfully 80 plus years on this plane of existence, and it's going to be very different for some people, that journey, isn't it?
Yes. Everyone has a different path, so you never know. But everyone kind of intertwines or gets touched by or has sex work around them at some point in time in their life, I feel like.
Well, in a roundabout way, you're 100% correct. Whether it's like direct, i.e., you've got family members who, if they don't shoot, in front of the camera, they may be behind the scenes, they may be editing, graphics,
Exactly.
hair, makeup, you know.
Makeup, anything. There, there's so many different avenues that cross paths in our industry. It's crazy.
Hmm, definitely, definitely. And obviously, entertainment itself. The more and more we've got on it in this technological age, the melding of all of the entertainment genres. So your music from all different genres has so much elements of sex in there now. Even
Yeah.
though there was that before, but it's a lot more obvious now. Um, you
Music
know,
videos are so sexual that's ridiculous. So if you're gonna say a music video and do all of this stuff, which is highly sexualized, which I love, visuals are everything. That's what we live for in our industry. So it's the same thing. It's just a mainstream, clean cut version of visual.
with a little bit of extra on top.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the process of actually putting it together, was it really difficult trying to get hold of like, the printers and, people to actually design the stuff, getting good photographers with good energy, etc.?
So, believe it or not, there are two of us, me and my business partner, Salacious Perceptions. Carrie is her name. We do everything. She is a female photographer, and so we set up the shoots. We get the girls, we get the outfits, we get the locations. She shoots them. We have one other photographer sometimes if we have like a lot of girls in one weekend, and he will come in. But this last two magazines have been 100% all of her photos. So Female Shot magazine is one of our biggest things that we like to say because there's not anyone else that can say that it's female owned and female shot. So then we go to layout. She does layout and design, which is amazing. She does all of my layout and design stuff for like on my personal sites that you see or anything that you see of me, she's done. So the magazine looks gorgeous. And I mean,
Oh yeah,
uh,
you can see how high quality the look of it.
yeah. So just from that, like everything she does, we do everything besides basically glue the magazine together. So yesterday we finished doing all of the layout and design, and putting it into our softwares to send to print. So it will be going to print on Wednesday.
Excellent. And congratulations, young lady, a new venture. How long has it been now since you
Um,
started?
a little, just a little over a year. It was July last year.
I know, are we seeing growth upon growth upon growth?
Yes, so much that we are one of the sponsors for New Jersey Exotica coming up. So super excited about that to get to say that our magazine is one of the sponsors. We're gonna have a ton of girls at the booth that you can come by and see and get, have a good time with us.
You're going all
Free
the way up to the
food, all kind of stuff. It'll be a little party just to celebrate us.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Endures.
Yeah, it'll be a little cold.
You know it will be, young lady.
I'm not ready. I'm not.
Yeah, but it's fun, and you know the atmosphere up there. When anytime you go up to that tri-state area, it's a different energy and a different vibe. It's fun. You have to have a vacation when you get back from there. So
Uh, You have to detox from it.
100%. So when's that event taking place?
November 3rd through the 5th. It will be in Edison, New Jersey. If you look up Exotica, it will bring that up and all the details. It is the 15th anniversary of it, so it will be one of their biggest shows yet. Yeah.
Should be fun. Are you gonna do some vlogging and stuff?
Oh yeah, I think we have about four different podcasts set up to come through to do interviews with the girls and do everything. But we'll have a lot of stuff that's live. We'll be doing live photo shoots and everything while all that's going on.
That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. That'd be interesting to see the different variety of podcasters as well.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, you do have a lot of trash podcasters out creating content. It's
You can't
unbelievable. But
you can't you can't trust everybody.
no, unfortunately not. But trial by fire, as they say. You'll quickly realize and say, yeah, let's cut this short. Let's move on. Okay.
You're like, enough.
Yeah, yeah. But it shines a light and it also tarnishes, obviously, serious people who are actually trying to do something productive and have a good conversation. It kind of tarnishes that because you'll see comments about, these podcasters, they're you know they're terrible and
If you do your research, you can see if it's a good one or bad. Like if you really do, I think you can tell. And that's just me. I always go on to everybody's page, click their links, see how many they've recorded, what's the duration, who are you having conversations with. Just little things that actually line up to you having a serious business. So I appreciate that.
Well, you are hitting some keys to success here, which is due diligence. We do not just say, "Oh yes, that sounds wonderful. Let's do it." No, we have to do your due diligence. Who is this
Yeah.
person? What is the proposition? Is there recompense based upon this? Like what's
What,
what's
what, why? Why do they want me?
that's another one. Who, why, what, and where? The four W's.
Yes. So
Mm.
important.
It is. And it does, as I say, those sort of things, those basic things really show what type of person you're dealing with, you
Very
know,
quickly.
very quickly, very quickly. Like people judge people within what, 5 seconds within of meeting them.
Oh, yes.
So
That's just from here down.
yeah, outside of the physical, appearance,
Yes.
what's coming out of that mouth?
And the hello, how are you? Anything that starts the conversation off.
Yes,
That's
yes.
just me
Oh,
too. I think so.
yeah, yeah. I mean, present yourself in with what is it? Put your best foot forward.
Yes.
You
Yes.
never
I
know
just
who's watching.
know, and you never know who you're meeting at any given time. You never know.
Exactly. Exactly. And the more people you meet, especially, depending on what circles you move in, because we all have a circle of people, depending on whether it's social, business, other, you have certain circles. And when you go to those certain circles, the atmosphere, the energy is different. So it's important to have as wide as possible sort of circle of people so you can have those different influences. So you're not just a one-trick pony that can only talk words per se. You have to be able to converse, linguistically, be able to talk to somebody and not just grunt.
Yeah, I think I fit in a little bit of everywhere because in our industry, I talk to everyone. We network with everyone for the magazine. from ebony to Latin to um, Brazilian to trans. We've had all type from like the top fetish models um, to alt porn. Any of the girls you
Oh,
could
what's that?
just alternative, having that grunge kind of look, the tattoos, split tongue, crazy
Oh,
hair. Yeah, so we've had some of the girls that are super tatted up and have that alt look. We have another one coming out.
each to their own. I think that is interesting to say the least. You
It
know,
works very well.
I mean, like from an artistic standpoint, some of the
Yeah,
quality of work that some of these women are doing, it's amazing. I've seen. I came across a young lady. I think pretty much from her neck down, she was just everything,
yeah.
everything, and I was like, that, that's a,
Um,
that it's a little too much for me per se, but I would imagine there's a lot of people who are really into this ink thing and stuff.
oh,
So she must be like, wow, she must be
it's like
floating.
it's like a canvas or their artwork. So we have one, the one that we just shot. She's coming out, Taylor Nicole. She'll be out in volume 5, and she just won Fetish Clip Artist of the Year. And her whole like leg is like an old school Greek like painting. It's
Wow.
so, yeah, it's so pretty. So we're like shooting her and trying to get that angle and make sure you capture that. It's different getting to work with models that you're not just trying to shoot ass all the time. It's not about that always.
Artistic flair. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I was going to get to that and unpack that element of it because, is it literally just quote unquote tits and ass, or is it a bit of glamour and sophistication within that element as well?
Yes, we get the high class. So the girls shoot 3 different sets with us. You get a lingerie set, that we provide for them, and then they bring an outfit that represents their brand. And then we do one where they do like a t-shirt and panties kind of tease, because that's always what people want to see, that old school kind of, yeah, not not lingerie, but too still risque. We have some that wear a dress and heels, others that wear 2 lingerie sets or leather and latex. You never know what you might get.
Hmm.
So to shoot it in different aspects, we got to shoot in a dungeon, or we get to shoot on a beach, or we get to shoot in a high class like Airbnb. These are different aspects. All the elements of the magazine are different. Each girl gets their own custom shoot. So it's very fun to do and get to set up for each different girl, like their
I,
brand.
I can imagine. I can imagine creating that, as you say, a whole scene for that particular person. I guess while saying that, you were clearly a creative and you have an imagination. But is there going to get to a point where you're going to be like, what do we do here with this young lady? Like, I thought I had a vision, but you still got plenty in the bag.
I think it's each girl and what we're not picking women that have nothing to give already. So they're already having a massive brand and branding themselves and pushing out something that you could say, ooh, let's try this with her. Or,
Hmm.
ooh, this is different.
Yeah.
So I think the more of variety of women we work with going forward, the better that will get also. Um,
Mm.
the bigger we get as a company, the more we'll get to shoot. People think of Vixen. We want you to think of Erotic Sky. We want you to think of an Empress. That's our staple. That's our stamp. So high class, sexy, flashy. That won't ever go away. So
Oh, yeah,
we can make
agreed.
sure we always figure out something to capture the eye, no matter if it's visual, because we do have online sales. Because people still want online, great. You don't have to buy a print magazine if you don't want to, but you can unlock your favorite Empress and see her triple X sets that are too erotic for the magazine. Um,
Mm.
so just different variety of things that will always be coming out and adding to our brand.
And is you the main audience, I would say, is it sort of North America or are we international with the sales and stuff now?
Right
You're back.
now, it's America, I would say 80%, but we have women that are international. So it has drawn in that from Brazil. We had, where's Maria from? Spain. So we've had that international side kind of come in and take over and get to sell the magazines over there. Or the comments that we get, I'm like, ooh, when you get to see kind of on Instagram who your
Yeah.
viewers are, your logistics and the breakdown. Ours is not just North America. We are kind of spotted all over. So it's exciting.
Good. And with the growth, you will be a lot more international and have a lot more Española and Swedish maybe or whoever British.
I want it all. I can't wait to go over to the UK and do one of the summits over there because they talk about it so highly. And I'm like, I want to branch and network in the UK so bad because we have a lot of women that go over there and travel back and forth and a
Yeah.
lot of the conferences. So there's like two major business conferences that are over there. And I want to go. So hopefully next year I will get to attend in 2024.
2024. Well, put the steps in place and make that a goal and you will definitely be there. You'll definitely be there based upon what you've done so far. I have no doubt that you'll cross the pond on that long trip, that long transatlantic trip.
Yes.
And be greeted. It's not normally in the summer though, these conferences. What month are they in? Aren't they normally, isn't it September, October times?
Yes, they just had one, so September.
Yeah, yeah. I'd go to this. Try go to the September one because that would be a more warmer than it is now. So that's the
Good
only
to
thing with
know.
over here. Yeah,
I'll remember that. Oh my goodness, I hate being cold.
yeah, yeah. It's challenging, but because we've been here so long, and yeah, no, you kind of get used to the cold if you ever can.
No, I grew up in cold and I didn't. So once I could move and not go back, it was no, I don't want to be snowed in. I don't want to be freezing.
And that's crazy because before I spoke to anybody or actually did any sort of real sort of research, I just thought that anywhere past a certain part would be just hot.
No,
I thought all of these, all of these towns, Kansas, Oklahoma, the blah, blah,
no.
Midwest, like
Oklahoma gets so cold, it's stupid.
you getting minuses and stuff then, minus tens and all that, like we get.
Though, yes, we get down to with the wind chill and everything, you could get down to like -20.
Yeah, yeah, okay, you're getting it then. You know the pain then. You'll be fine then coming over to England.
I'm not used to that. I've been gone. It's gonna hit me.
Smack you upside the heads.
It's gonna smack. I don't even have like jackets anymore, hardly.
Rub it in, man. Rub it in. Yeah, I can just bust out the house with just a t-shirt on or just a little vest, it's like 70.
Yep, I'm gonna put on a little sweatshirt today and probably go out. And that's it.
Yeah. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful to be, in a climate where it's generally always warm, you
Yeah.
know. Because we are
But some
people
people
of the
don't like
sun.
it. Some
No, but
people
we're
don't.
we're people of the sun though, as they say. So we like the sun. You got to
I
get
do.
charged up. We got to get that
I
vitamin D.
love, love, love it.
Okay then. So we've been in the presents. Let's jump
Mhm.
in the DeLorean. Let's kick Marty and Doc straight out that ride. And let's go back in time. So you're in the great state of Texas currently.
Yeah,
Where where did you come up? Where did you come up in America?
in Oklahoma. So that was like until 2014 is when I moved to Texas.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Oklahoma, as you've described, is quite a
It
a
wasn't, it
tumult.
wasn't great. It was not
It,
fun growing up there.
yeah, so especially with the weather, the climate element, of course, and yet, yes, as we spoke about offline, is country per se. Um,
Very.
what so as a teenager and stuff, like what were you doing? What was you doing school wise, and what excited you in school? What were some of the things you were doing at school?
I played sports, so I played basketball and ran track. But basketball was like my main thing that I did all the time. So that's what
You
paid
were
for college.
you were a baller.
Yes, I was.
Okay, okay. Um, and quite athletic, obviously, if you're doing track and field, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
was you with the hanging with all the athletic jocks and all that at that period of time?
No, I was kind of, my mom was a principal, so I was the principal's kid. So I was like not really cool. I was kind of nerdy, but I played sports. I was in choir. I kind of was in mathletes. Every little bit, it sucked. I was in everything.
And your mom was the principal as well. You can't do nothing wrong.
No, no. So I didn't have a choice but to be like really good. But then I would sneak out and go do whatever. I'd go to Oklahoma City and go be bad and drive out and hang out with friends I wasn't supposed to be with. But other than that, I was pretty much good in high school. Like I wasn't doing nothing crazy besides going out and partying and drinking, like the normal stuff.
The normal stuff you do as a youngster coming up. Of course, I get it. Well, saying that in America, you can't drink till you're 21, right?
Yeah, no, you can't. So I was getting liquor and doing all kind of stuff like in the boatloads. I had a friend that owned a liquor store, so he would hook me up with
You
all kind
know,
of.
though, as an adult now, I think that is still a good idea to keep it at 21. They should do. They've done it kind of like that over here, where it's. I think is it challenge. I'll tell you what, this is crazy. So before it was 18 to drink,
Yes.
right? And then they did something called challenge something. And then you had to show identification. If you look young, you'd have to show identification to show that you was over 21, even though it was an 18 thing. Now it's called Challenge 25. And this isn't just for alcohol. This is for cigarettes as well. It's weird as hell, man.
Oh, wow. Hmm. Okay.
Fun. It's fun
That-
times, man. It's fun times trying to navigate around in the old UK.
I would not have known that. Good to know. Good to know.
Mental note, another mental note. Because they'll be challenging you. You go to an off license, which you would call a liquor store. They'll be asking for your ID, young lady.
Oh my gosh. I'm well old enough.
Look, there was a time when this first came out, and some woman asked me, and I was thinking, do you want to try and like talk to me or something? Why you want to try and have extra conversation, like because I don't look like no youngster.
He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I can, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay then. Musically, what
Mhm.
was we into then?
Um, a little bit of everything, but I listened to a lot of old R&B growing up, like all of it. The
Uh, y-
Temptations.
I was gonna say your mother's generation's music.
That's what I was listening to 90% of the time. I listened to the now in 2000s and all that, whatever crap. I did. And I know
Okay.
all the songs, but I just like music. I listen to everything. So hence lyric. That's why I picked that too. I love,
Mm,
love, love, love music. So
music.
if I'm working, it's gonna be on in the background. There's gonna be music playing somewhere while I'm home or going.
Was there a desire to actually, you know, perform and actually be a singer or,
No,
or a rapper
no, 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 no. I love music. I sing every now and then, but
in the
it
shower?
wasn't, yeah, I'm not a let me be up on stage kind of singer.
Is it because of Is it because of your fear of performing, like vocally performing in front of people, or you don't think you have the talent to do that?
No, I used to sing in front of people all the time. I just don't think that that was my lane or where I'm supposed to be,
Okay,
perhaps.
okay, I see, I see. So in an alternate universe, Lyrical Sky is a Billboard selling songstress, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
A headliner.
this is it, headlining it. Oh, all right. Country town living, listening to all kind of different stuff,
Yeah.
kind of, doing your
And
thing
country
over it.
music.
Pardon?
I listen to country music also, a lot of
Oh,
it.
well, like Billy Cyrus, Billy's, what is his name? The Miley
Billy
Cyrus
Ray
is the
Cyrus.
father. That's it. You listen to that stuff as well. Was it Nelson, the old guy with the guitar? What Billy was it Bill something Nelson? Something
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson, that's it.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of new country, Trace Atkins and like Jelly Roll. There's a lot of newer age country I listen to now.
Okay, so explain that to me then. So newer age country is just like a modern take on country music, so it's a bit more like upbeat kind of thing, maybe, or
Just all the newer artists. Yeah, I guess it's more upbeat. There's still ballads and love songs, the old country slow songs.
can you do what was it? What because when I was a youngster, they taught us how to do like country line dancing. You can do your line
Yeah,
dancing and stuff, right?
yes, I do. I can.
Get
I
that
can
big
do
smile
some
that
of them.
came to your face. I know you love that
I'm
shit.
like, yes, I can.
And I got my cowboy boots as well.
Hmm. You know it.
You better. You living over where you at now. You better have some cowboy boots.
This is true. You have to for the rodeo. It's once a year, so you gotta have boots to
Yes.
go out.
Show out and the rodeo. See people getting tossed around and stuff. Yeah, yeah. And them clowns. Salute to the clowns, man. Who
Oh my goodness,
what?
it's crazy.
It really is, man. And some of them are very skilled, man. They've got some real quick,
They're
fast, yeah, man.
swirly.
Doing the thing, entertaining, yo, man. You got the Budweiser light, the Miller light, drinking, the hot dogs shoving down your neck, bodies are flying up in the air.
And there's a concert after. It's always a good time.
So I guess as well, do you go to many gun shows as well?
No, not really. I go to a lot of concerts if I can, but that's really it. I don't like mass crowds of people anymore. So I
Since
stay
there's since the zombie apocalypse or just in general?
just in general. I'm like,
Yeah,
too many people, too much. So I
yeah,
try to go to things that are low key.
I understand it. I understand it. I per se don't like crowds either. Being
Mhm.
in masses of people. Mm-mm,
I like
mm-mm.
to have a seat and be able to sit in it.
This standing up malarkey for 3 hours.
I'm not doing it.
No, no, no. When you have the lower back's hurting and you're like, oh man, you sit down in the seat and your feet are tingling. No,
No.
no, we're not 17, 18 no more at the little concerts. I'm a,
Mhm.
that's it.
Okay.
And you got energy for days, dripping with sweat, going for it.